Hello students, welcome to my channel. In this class, I am going to teach you discrete mathematics. I will give you the solution of a previous question paper, particularly 2019. So here the question, first question number 1a. If x is equal to 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 y is equal to 1 0 0 1 1 1 1, then find the truth value of NAND x dot y. Now let us consider the table. Let us consider the following table: x, y, x into y, x into y complement. So here actually NAND get means this is x into y complement. The value of x is 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. This is 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1, and the value of y is 1 0 0 0, then 1 1 1 1. So now if we multiply x with y, this gives you 1, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this one is 1, this is 1, this is 1. Now the complement means 1 will be 0, 0 will be 1. So this will be 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So the truth value of a NAND xy is the last column. Hence, the required truth value is 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. Answer. So here the question is x is given, y is given, and we have to find the truth value of a NAND x into y. NAND xy into y means we have to take the product xy, then we have to find its complement. Here x is 1 1 1 1 0 1 1, y is 1 0 0 1 1 1 1. After multiplication we get this is 1 0 0 0, this is 0 1 1 1. The complement is 1 becomes 0, 0 becomes 1. So this last column gives NAND of xy. So the required truth value is 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Answer. With this, question number 1a, question number 1a, solution for this is 1a, is complete. Let us proceed to solve the next problem, that is 1b. Here the question is a is 1 2 curly bracket set is given, and the relation r is also given 1 1 1 2 2 1. We have to test this relation whether it is reflexive, transitive or symmetric. So given A is equal to curly bracketed 1 to set relation R is also given. This is 1 1 1 2 2 1. So we have to test if this relation is reflexive, transitive and symmetric. First, reflexivity. Here the set is curly bracketed 1 2 containing two elements 1 and a 2. In order to be the relation reflexive, it should contain 1 1 which is there, and it should contain 2 2 also, but it is not present. So the relation, the given relation is not reflexive as the order pair 2 2 does not belong to R, as it does not contain the relation 2 2, that means the order pair 2 2. Again, we have to test whether it is transitive or not. So in order to be the relation is transitive, if a B belongs to R, BC belongs to R, then SC belongs to R. Here 2 1 belongs to R, 1 2 belongs to R. 2 1 belongs to R, 1 2 belongs to R. But 2 2 does not belongs to R. So R is not transitive. So the relation is not a transitive relation. Again, we have to test whether it is symmetric or not. In order to test the relation is symmetric, we must check if a B is inside R, then BA should be inside R. Means if A related to B, should imply B related to A. Here 1 1 will belongs to R. If we change it, it will be again. That means we will take the, if we change the order of the element, it will be again 1 1. 1 2 present here, so 2 1 present here. So the relation is a symmetric relation. Hence, the given relation is neither reflexive nor transitive but symmetric. Hence, the given relation R is neither reflexive nor transitive, but it is symmetric. Answer. Question number 1B is solved. Let us proceed to solve question number 1C. Now question number 1C is solve the recurrence an is equal to minus an minus 1, a0 is equal to 3. So here n is equal to minus n minus 1, a0 is equal to 3. We can write n plus n minus 1 is equal to 0. The characteristic equation is x square plus x is equal to 0. So this implies x into x plus 1 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. The roots are real and distinct. Then the solution is given by, this is x is equal to minus 1. A(n) is equal to C1 0 to the power n, C2 minus 1 to the power n, which is equal to C2 minus 1 to the power n. When n is equal to 0, we get A0 is equal to C2. This implies C2 is equal to 3. So AN is equal to 3 into minus 1 to the power n. Answer. So the question is, solve the recurrence n is equal to minus n minus 1, a0 is equal to 3. Now the characteristic equation corresponding to this recurrence equation is x square plus x is equal to 0. We get x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 1. The roots are real and distinct. The solution is given by n is equal to c1 0 to the power n, c2 minus 1 to the power n. This term is 0, so this is c2 minus 1 to the power n. Now putting n is equal to 0, we get a a0 is equal to c2, so c2 is equal to 3. Now an is equal to 3 minus 1 to the power n. This is the solution of this recurrence equation. So with this, 1c is solved. Let us proceed to solve the next question. Now let us solve question number 1d. Here 1d, find the eigenvalues of the matrix AG 1 2 1 1. Here A is equal to 1 2 1 1. Let lambda be the eigenvalues of A. We have A minus lambda I is equal to 0. So this is the equation from which we can get the value of a lambda. So this implies 1 2 1 1 minus lambda I is 1 0 0 1. This is equal to 0. This implies 1 2 1 1 minus multiplying lambda minus lambda 0 0 lambda is equal to 0. This implies 1 minus lambda 2 1 minus lambda is equal to 0. So this determinant gives us 1 minus lambda square minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies 1 minus lambda square is equal to 2. This implies 1 minus lambda is equal to plus minus root 2, implies minus lambda is equal to plus minus root 2 minus 1. This implies lambda is equal to 1 plus minus root 2. This implies lambda is equal to 1 plus root 2 lambda is equal to 1 minus root 2 are the required eigenvalues of A. Here the question is A is 1 to 1 1 and we have to find the eigenvalues of the matrix A. The formula is 1 minus lambda I determinant is equal to 0. Now the formula is A minus lambda I determinant is equal to 0. Putting the values of A and I after simplification we get this equation, and finally we get lambda is equal to 1 plus root 2, lambda is equal to 1 minus root 2 are the required eigenvalues of A. With this one is solved, let us proceed to solve the next problem. Now our next question is draw the graph with adjacency matrix 1 2 0 1 0 2 0 0 1. So the matrix is here given. Now we can write here V1, V2, V3, column wise also we can write V1, V2, V3. Then the required graph is, so let us take here V1, this is the point, V2 and another point is V3. Now V1 connected to V1, so we can draw the graph in this way. Now this V1 is connected to V2 two times, that is this type of a connection we can take. This is V2, this is V1. Now V1 connected to V1, so it will be a loop. V1 connected to V2, there are two branches. V1 connected to V2, there are two branches. Now V2 is connected to V1. V2 is connected to V1. So this is the branch we are taking. V2 connected to V3. There are two branches. So we can take like this. V2 connected to V3. This is our V3. Now V3 is connected to V3. Only one loop. So this is the required graph. Answer. So this is the adjacency matrix. The graph is like this. V1 connected to V1, this will be a loop. This is the point V1 I have taken here. V1. Again V1 connected to V2. There are two branches I have taken here. This is V2. And a V2 connected to V1. V2 connected to V1 one branch. V2 connected to V3 two branches. I have taken two branches here for V2 connected to V3. V3 connected to V3 with a single branch. This will be a loop. So this is the required adjacency graph. With this, one E is completed. Let us proceed to solve the next problem. Our next question is solve x congruent to 2 mod 3. Here x congruent to 3 mod 2 mod 3. 2 mod 3. This implies x minus 2 is divisible by 3. X minus 2 is divisible by 3. This implies x minus 2 is equal to 3k, where k belongs to z, the integer. This implies x is equal to 2 plus 3k, k belongs to z. So here the question is x congruous to 2 mod 3. It means x minus 2 divisible by 3. We can write x minus 2 is equal to 3k, k belongs to z, or x is equal to 2 plus 3k, k belongs to z. Answer. With this, the topic for today class is completed. I shall meet you with a new topic in my next class. Till then, goodbye.